Hi, everybody. Welcome to the News OK Comics Podcast, hosted at Planet46.com. I'm Matt Price. This is Kyle Roberts. Kyle, what's going on this week?
That's right. Free comics coming our way in May.
That's right.
Nolan hands off Superman to Zack Snyder, and Wolverine gets gruesome.
All right, kicking off good news, fun news, awesome news. Free Comic Book Day titles announced.
Yep.
Coming our way.
From Richie Rich to Archie, all that kind of fun stuff.
Yes, Richie Rich is in a flip book with Kung Fu Panda. Betty and Veronica is coming out from Archie Comics. Archaea is doing a Dark Crystal Mouse Guard flip book. Avatar: The Last Airbender and Star Wars are a flip book from Dark Horse.
Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck from Boom. Lock and Key from IDW. Spider-Man from Marvel. And the Smurfs.
Which probably with excitement to the new movie.
Yeah, new movie for Smurfs. And then two that haven't been officially announced the final titles yet. Image is doing something with the new Robert Kirkman book. And DC has a to-be-announced title. Possibly something to do with Green Lantern? I don't know. They didn't say, but
I'm
you think
sure,
of a big Green Lantern movie.
I'm sure it will.
You think. So that'll be the first Saturday in May, and all the sponsors and titles will be revealed in the January issue of Previews, which will go on sale December 29th. So I look forward to that.
Okay. And then Christopher Nolan wrote the screenplay for Superman.
He and David Goyer worked on the screenplay, yeah.
And he says, you know what? He's going to go ahead and hand it off the director's role.
Yeah. Zack Snyder. He's
Zack
handed it off to
Snyder.
him. Zack Snyder. Nolan is still involved as a producer, but he said basically it's a Zack Snyder production, talking to HitFix at this event for Inception recently in Los Angeles.
Cool.
And then a little bit from Batman as well, I guess, that came out in the news. But they said there had been a rumor that Heath Ledger might be a cameo in the new Batman movie. They say no. And then also Entertainment Weekly asked him, hey, for real, is this your last Batman movie? That's kind of what Christian Bale's been indicating. And Christian Bale says, yeah, this is pretty much it. This wraps up my Batman trilogy.
Yep.
All right, so now we can get right into the review file.
All right. Wolverine. Gruesome. Kind of nuts. Kind of crazy.
They could have called it
very
Wolverine
bloody.
Gruesome.
And that's all.
That might have been.
It's called The Best There Is, and it has a parental advisor on the front, not for kids, and that's exactly what this is.
Not even for probably a lot of adults. Juan Jose Rip is the artist. He's done a lot of stuff for Avatar. He's a good artist. But this is just seemed way too. I mean, as violent and everything as Wolverine is, this was just too much.
Yeah, and I sometimes can get into that violent, aggressive Wolverine role, but this is just, it's way too much. It's way too out there. It's just a whole bunch of bloody stuff to be bloody and gruesome.
The writer Charlie Hudson has done some stuff like Moon Knight, which I like better. I didn't really like the story, and while the art is well done, it's just way too gruesome for me to like. So I'm afraid Wolverine Best There Is a rare one that we really both dislike.
Maybe the best there is at being a crappy comic.
Oh.
All right. Next, what is very kid friendly is Chip and Dale. And I would have to say, if you were ever a Chip and Dale fan at one point in time, watched it after school, you were going to enjoy this.
Chip and Dale.
There you go.
It was fun. It was a fun comic. Ian Brill wrote it. I liked it. Boom does a good job with their kids line. That was a fun comic.
Yep, it was adventure and action-packed the whole way.
I liked it all the way through. And
Sweet.
Speaking of Action Comics, Lex Luthor and Darkseid. This is Paul Cornell doing some young Luthor stories. How did Luthor become such a, thorn in the side of Superman? This has him meeting up with Ra's al Ghul and Darkseid as a young man. Well done. Paul Cornell has a nice voice with Luthor, kind of make you understand where he's coming from, but still he's, realize he's kind of a jerk. So I like his writing, like what he's been doing on Action Comics, and this annual is a good way to kind of get a peek behind the curtain of Luthor's early days.
Very cool. Ant-Man and Wasp,
we
number
talked
2.
about number 1 a couple weeks ago, Tim Seeley, the odd couple of the former Ant-Man, now calling himself the Wasp, and the new Ant-Man, who's kind of a pervy younger dude. They are having to battle AIM. They're trying to figure out about this sort of mystical... I don't know exactly how to explain it in a short form, but they're transformed to this almost heaven-like world, and their aim is like create a fake heaven that they may auction off to people. So it's full of crazy ideas. I actually liked it. It's maybe not completely essential, but it's a fun book.
Yeah.
And then Heroes for Hire number 1. Cool cliffhanger ending, which I won't spoil, but if you like to get into your first issues and have them kind of have a twist, this has a twist. It's Abnett and Lanning, who've done a lot of the cosmic stuff recently. This is more street level. Misty Knight leading a team of street level heroes like the Falcon, although I guess he flies above the streets, and Black
Ghost
Widow,
Rider, Punisher,
who are on the cover but not actually in this issue.
Yeah.
But I assume
they're coming.
they're coming.
Sweet.
All right, very cool.
Pick
of the week. I'll go with the Action Comics Annual number 13.
I'm gonna have to go with Chippendale.
I think
was just fun.
Nice pick from our friends at Boom. So, for more comic book and movie news, come see us next week. For Kyle Roberts, and I am Matt Price. Thanks for watching.